Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Elite Talk Show. I am your host at Syracuse, New York, Sarah Bissek. Did we just witness perhaps the best pay-per-view of all time? Who's number one on that PWI Top 500? If you don't know by now, we'll tell you. Joining me tonight, we got the DMC Grizzle in Orlando. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're all right.
Fantastic. Back home in Memphis after a week in Wisconsin. I love you, Wisconsin.
How much cheese did you eat in Wisconsin?
I didn't eat a lot when I was there, but I brought a lot home. Like a lot.
Oh, really? What kind?
Well, if you must know, 2-year aged sharp cheddar, 5-year aged sharp cheddar, a terrific trio, which is a Gouda and Parmesan and cheddar type situation, a balsamic vinegar type situation, a bacon and onion type situation, a moral and leek. And I know I'm forgetting a couple, but like that's, it's like that around here. And some Gouda. I got some Gouda separately.
Okay.
So, one word answer out of both of you here. All Out. Was that the best pay-per-view of all time?
The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
I don't know, like Wrestle Kingdom happened this year, so I mean, there's still that. I mean, I would say it would be the top 5.
I'll agree. Top 5 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just going to snap. I've been thinking about this for a couple of days, and I still don't know if I can say it's the greatest pay-per-view ever. And I watched it after I knew the results and everything, so I was able to say, oh, this is the greatest pay-per-view ever. Well, we'll see about that. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't it doesn't hit you until halfway through it though. That you're like, holy shit, this is amazing, and oh my god, all this other stuff's gonna happen, and that's gonna be amazing, and it's kind of like watching somebody throw a no hitter. It's like you're sitting there like, oh my god, is this it? Is this number one? I mean, I think we could do a whole separate podcast trying to rank that amongst all the greatest pay-per-views, but it certainly bears a lot of discussion.
Yeah.
Yes. And speaking of great pay-per-views, don't forget to check us out this weekend, this Sunday, live at 3:30 Eastern, 1:30 Bell Time, also known as Pacific Standard Time. We will be doing our second retro rewatch. We'll be doing ECW's WrestlePalooza in 1998. Great show. Don't forget to check us as we, we go back and rate it, review it, see if it holds up to the state, we'll see 10, 23 years later.
It's a fantastic pay-per-view. I think I watch it once every 5 or 6 months or something like that.
I'm excited to watch it. So.
All right, so to start off the show here, we want to send our well wishes here from Buckle Bun to Triple H, who over the last week suffered what was described as a minor cardiac incident. Not too many details being released. They didn't really say it was a heart attack, just a small minor. The word they used was geriatric, and that's the first. You don't want to hear that word.
No, and there's no minor heart incident really. It's either it kills you or it doesn't. So we're glad that we had the latter, and I'm glad you're still alive, Triple H, and hope that it's an easy fix and it doesn't give you problems for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. It seems to be doing well. The pictures went out. He's in the hospital. His arm is at a sling or whatever. But we're glad he's still here.
Oh, his arm is in a sling. Ugh. Hopefully, he doesn't get
elevated or something. I'm assuming.
Probably.
I wonder if they had to go in through the arm.
Probably, maybe. And also, it's like it's depending on like where exactly, what part of the heart it was. So that's another thing too. So.
I'm sure we'll find out more in the coming future about what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vince trying to kill him. So, sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go there quite yet, but Vince destroying all his hard work in NXT.
It literally broke his heart. It's like it's like damn, that's some irony right there. Like
I know it's messed up.
I know it is messed up, but
it's truly messed up. Like that's what weird timing for the Nickelodeon rebranding of NXT. Like what?
Oh, we pickled hair. Oh,
hey, haven't you seen the video of them putting the old Nickelodeon song on it? It's amazing.
God.
We'll find it. Send it to the chat, Orlando.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
You can't say that on television.
Nope.
So let's do some quick highs and lows from the pay-per-view this weekend on Sunday. There weren't many lows, let's be honest. I mean, we all knew Paul White and PT Marshall was going to be going into this pay-per-view. We knew it was going to be. I don't want to insult anybody because they still perform at a high level, but we knew that was going to be the bathroom break match.
Hey, it's kind of perfect. Like you need that kind of palate cleanser match.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like looking. But then I'm not saying it was set up great or whatever, but it was like it was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also like for me, like one of the other lows is like the setup of the Casino Battle Royal for the women. It's like to me, it's just like I don't know, like maybe that Casino Battle Royal is not working, and plus they went the match really fast. Like a lot of the eliminations happened. Even Rio had to post that.
Oh, you didn't like it? I thought it was great.
No, the ending was great. It's just the setup of it is kind of like off.
Do you not like how they come out, multiple at a time, or?
No, I didn't. No, I like the fact of how they did it now because before they always have everybody coming out at the same time. It's just that once they came in, then everybody started getting eliminated very fast, which is like they didn't even get like a good 2 to 5 minutes. That's only my complaint of the match. Like it's just like
kind of thinking about now that you pointed it out, because the match was only about 21 minutes and change. We were also excited when they got bumped up from the buy-in onto the main card. Perhaps it would have been better on the buy-in because maybe they would have gotten more time.
Maybe, I don't know, but it was just unfortunate because like on how it was set up, I think it was not fair for the women. Like because like to me it's just like if they need to start building up the women, and I thought at least they had mostly all of the women from the roster in this match, and like.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, let's think about. I mean, you got 5 people coming in every 2 minutes, right? And so you've got. I mean, like it's. I mean, do you want them to have 3 minutes? Like, I kind of. I thought the pacing was actually pretty good. Like, because I mean, even if you give it like 5 minutes would be way too long. Even though you are bringing 5 whole people in, I don't know. Maybe it's a strange format. I thought it was great. It's the most.
Maybe another 30 seconds in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like for me, but what I'm just saying is just like I saw like a lot of eliminations happen so quickly. Like one person came in, they were doing their thing for 30 seconds and then boom, they were eliminated. I'm just like, they just got into the match. Or
it's
like,
not uncommon.
No, it's not that it's uncommon, but at the same time, it's just like if you're doing a battle royal, there's some times where there has to be at least a few people there for a good 10, 15 minutes. So that's only my complaint, only for the women in the battle royal,
I'll take it. This is the most women we've ever had in AEW pay-per-view, And so,
And it's the whole roster. That's the thing. It's the
yeah,
whole roster. It was not like somebody that just came in. Like, well, Kara Hogan, I think she's probably been about to be signed so she could be with her girlfriend. But like, other than that, it's just like it's mostly all the women from their roster. You know,
right.
some of them that got great reactions. Like Abaddon, like they need to now
Her
start
hair
featuring
looked
her.
great. Her hair looked
I
fantastic.
know.
She posted a picture today on Twitter. She's down another 23 pounds, so she's looking great.
No, yeah, she looks great. I love it.
I love
And like,
Abaddon.
and there was like some people that were even talking about Abaddon, like they never seen her before. Which that right there, there's another thing. Like, there's a lot of fans that don't watch the YouTube, and most, if not all, of the women are in the YouTube. And Britt Baker needs more contenders. Like they easily can build a lot of contenders for Kenny Omega, but they can't really do that for Britt Baker. Come on.
Shout out to our YouTube viewers out there. Subscribe, Buckle Bomb Entertainment.
They're getting there. They're building that women's roster up. It's gonna take a little more time, but they're getting there.
I know. I'm just like for me, it's just like how everything is going. I just want the women to be up in the par with the men,
Mhm.
because that Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander match, that was a great match, and especially that ending, the crowd was on their feet for her. Oh, that was so beautiful.
Once she did that Panama Sunrise, I'm like,
Yeah.
complete.
Of course, it
That was
was just like,
wonderful.
I was like, oh, okay, Britt, I see you. Try to be like your man.
And that was spot on too.
Pittsburgh Sunrise, they called it.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Sunrise. Yep.
Love it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then we got that tag team cage match was just off the hook.
The Young Bucks are no longer champions. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I mean, they had to drop the belts here. I feel bad because I did not predict this correctly in our various leagues.
Me neither. Don't feel bad.
Join BBE Wrestle World, by the way. And
I said it here in the predictions, but on the league, I put it still Lucha Bros. I was just like, my resentment for the Bucks is still strong.
well, I think it was the right move because where do you go if you beat the Lucha Bros after that? I mean, who else who are they going to lose them to? They would have had to lose them to Gallows and Anderson.
Well, they were kind of sick. There was also like they were saying about like Pride and Powerful because they're getting built up. So
Mhm.
They're going to want to save that match with the Bucks for like at least 2 or 3 pay-per-views for now.
Probably Revolution.
Yeah, because we're about to get some wild stuff with the Elite, I think, especially now that we have Adam Cole in the fold.
Mhm.
So,
which segue to our main event, which
oh, by the way,
yeah, but I feel bad that the main event was. I don't know if it's because the crowd was very tired. I think it was because the crowd was like they were enjoying the show, but it was a long pay-per-view. That's another thing.
it's hard to cheer that much for that long.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to a cheerleading camp at the end of the day. I know it. Everyone's tired. Imagine being that peppy all day.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, yeah, they had to have some matches that have like a few highs and lows, which is understandable. But it's just like we're going back to the long pay-per-views. I thought we were just having short pay-per-views.
That's their big pay-per-view, though. This is their big one. This is all.
I know.
This is this is it. This is it's the big one. It's their WrestleMania. It's their Wrestle Kingdom. Like honestly, the fact that it wasn't 5 hours, I was kind of surprised about. I mean, I think it clocks in at 3 hours 50 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
About
and
it's still a long time to watch TV.
The crowd was probably a little all pumped out after that Punk and Darby match.
Yeah, I mean, because like they were kind of more paying attention to it because they wanted to see how Punk was doing. Well, they knew for a fact.
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was their main event. That's all I was going to say.
Well, yeah. Everybody was thinking that it was supposed to be Punk and Darby as the main event, but
for Chicago, though, that's what I'm saying. Like
no, of course,
for Chicago, of course, that's going to be what they're most excited about.
Of course, yeah, exactly. But now that 2 people that came back, that came in, I think they're more excited about that. With Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson, like. Those cheers was just amazing just to hear. Like, I actually like Adam Cole's new music now. It's actually fitting for him.
Let's talk about each of the debuts individually. We'll start first with Ruby Soho. She was the Joker in the Women's Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were chanting her name even before she came out.
Which she said in one of the medium scrums that she's never had fans cheer for her. So that's a beautiful thing to hear. And she was very emotional throughout the whole day, because one of her Riot Squad members, Sarah Logan, was there to surprise her for her debut.
Mm-hmm.
To watch her have her debut match
with the baby. She had the baby with her.
Yeah, so cute. I'm happy for Ruby. Hopefully this will help her. And she'll probably help out a lot of the girls there. So
she did say this is the most appreciated she's also felt in the last 4 years. So
this is unfortunate to say. I mean,
she looks so happy. And then in the post media stuff, like she was tearing up. She was so stoked to be there. And if you feel like you're being underappreciated for that long, especially when you're at a place that you've been trying to get your entire life, I mean that's pretty cathartic. I think that's awesome.
Which she never thought that she was going to make it there. Which that's another thing as well. And then she did make it there, and then she's underutilized and stuff, so it's unfortunate.
And she's got awesome entrance music.
Oh yeah, no, I love that entrance music. Yeah, Destination.
Britt Baker's burned her so bad last night on Dynamite, though. Told her to run away to catering. I'm like, oh,
that's
man.
what she
For the
did
last 4 years. I was like, damn. That was a sick burn.
So next up, we also, we see, Campbell have no one's up to his level. Adam Cole's music hits.
Hold on a minute. I do want to say that Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega was a very, very good wrestling match.
Yes.
That was a really good match. It didn't stand a chance for everyone to be that interested because of everything else that was on the card and that happening afterwards, but that was a good match.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, for Adam Cole, that was I'm just waiting for him to take over to the Elite because it's gonna happen. Come on now. It's gonna be Omega versus Cole one of these days to take over the Elite, and then it's just how long will it be though?
I mean,
I say double or nothing next year.
Are we still at the point now though where we think that it's still inevitable for Hangman to take the belt off of Kenny?
Of course.
I believe Kenny.
Okay, so we now have to go to the next debut because then that ties into what happened last night at Dynamite, though. Because Bryan Danielson debuted after Cole when he was about to give his little exit speech, Omega, and then Bryan Danielson's music hits. Oh, we just lost Sarah.
Oh, she'll be back. It's okay.
Yeah. So then he came in, and then last night on Dynamite, he wanted to face Kenny Omega. So
sure,
are they gonna just what's it called, shotgun this match already, or what?
I think everything is done with younger stars in mind, and so let me ask you this question: does Hangman beating Kenny put him over more than Hangman beating Bryan Danielson for the belt?
I think it would be more because the story is there about what happened with Hangman and Omega.
Sure. I mean, yeah, all that's there. But what if this is all actually to get the belt off of Kenny, so he can win it from Danielson and then beat Kenny and retain it against him? Part of me tells me that might just be even more satisfying than having Kenny win the belt off, or than having Paige win the belt off Kenny.
So what you're trying to say is just have Danielson win the belt. He'll have it for a few months, and then Omega has a rematch, and then he beats him for the title, and now he's a 2-time champ. He'll make history as being the first 2-time champ in AEW.
You could do it like that too.
Yeah,
but
and then he could.
But yeah, well, I am saying Paige beats Bryan Danielson for the title, but you could also do it that way.
So okay, so you'd rather have. Okay, I get what you mean. Okay,
I'm just saying because now you have to think about what are they doing? and how long is Hangman going to be out? And
Well, because like what I don't know, because like how Bryan Danielson is saying in interviews, he just wants to fight. He doesn't care who he fights. So it's just like he just wants new opponents. He don't care how or when. He just wants new opponents. So I'm just like
But
he's
he's
just picking up.
yeah, but he's a good wrestler, and you know that he's going to want to put over some younger talent. And so
No, of course.
maybe Bryan Danielson wants to put over Adam Page. That's all I'm saying. Just
Well,
being super hypothetical.
well, yeah, I know that, but well, maybe okay. For me personally, this is my thing. I would like it to be Omega versus Page because there's the story there still, and that will help Page win and become the face champion. Maybe you could turn Danielson heel because he has played heel before, and then you have them two have a match probably next year. And that will probably sell out a crowd, in my opinion.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
This is all very interesting, and then you have to put Malachi Black in there somehow eventually too, because he's being built so strong. It's a lot going on.
So much going on.
Yeah, there's also Miro, and then Andrade, and then Adam Cole, and it's like, do you think Chris Jericho will probably get into the mix again? MGF. There's like so many possibilities. It's just like it's endless right now.
So, with that being said, speaking of building for the future, Tony Khan, before AEW Dynamite aired, he offered a contract to a rising star. Excuse me, Lee Moriarty is now All Elite.
Mm-hmm.
This is fantastic because I think I discovered him last year when I was stuck at home watching wrestling all the time, which is the same thing I do now, but now I can leave the house. And I remember watching him in GCW, and I think they said that these were his first couple matches for them. And I think it was maybe just around maybe June of 2020. And now he's All Elite, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really, really good wrestler. And if you want to, you should go back and watch some of his matches in GCW or any of the other promotions that he has appeared for. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up right here.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I may have to watch some of his matches from before, and probably
He's
some
good.
of his.
You'll like
I
it.
think he had some dark matches and dark elevation matches. I think I have to check those out as well. So
He sells well.
Mm-hmm. He's great, and
Okay.
I'm glad Tony Khan's team up building. Yeah, excuse me, Tony Khan is building for the future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's true.
this whole thing with Dark and everything and the ranking system and people that want to complain about it just need something to complain about because it gets so many people involved and it makes everything make sense and everyone's getting reps and everyone's getting paid and everyone's happy and everyone's getting views. They get mad views on YouTube. Subscribe to Buckle Bomb Entertainment on YouTube. They get mad views.
Subscribe button.
Like they get so many views for Dark and Dark Elevation. Like it's crazy. It's really cool.
So speaking of Dark, AEW has announced the first round of Universal tapings this Saturday, September 11th. They're going to have 2 sessions where they're going to be filming matches for AEW Dark. You can get tickets at AEW 6. However, I heard they are sold out. So just keep your eye out for the future. They'll probably do this more often.
That's smart of them to do. Like take over like where TNA Impact was before.
Yeah, it's going to be at Universal Studios. I believe that's where Impact was, isn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to what was it? I think I went to a pay-per-view once for TNA. It's a very small kind of like arena, not that big. So I mean, so have like probably like some great fans, probably like from different parts of the country, because like it's a lot of tourism that happens there. So, and a great opportunity for them to like at least move away from Dark to put it like somewhere else. So,
Which means they'll probably be filming the Rampages after Dynamites now.
or they will probably do Dark Elevation more because like they also do that, So
They'll probably rotate.
I hope they don't do that. I mean, I see why. It's hard to go travel to a show to go and travel somewhere just to do a 1-hour show if you're not going to stay there for the next couple of days and also do Dynamite. But I mean, it's gonna be spoiler central if they're doing that shit after Dynamite.
Well, I mean, in October they're doing Rampage and Dynamite, in Miami. So Rampage is going to be a live show, and then Dynamite is taped. So I'm just wondering why they're doing that all of a sudden.
Dynamite, they're doing a special Saturday Night Dynamite.
Oh, is there like a game happening?
Not sure, but it's going to be Friday, Saturday. Rampage Dynamite.
Okay.
Unless it's,
I thought it was a taped. I thought it was going to be taped for the next.
it's possible that they're just doing an extra Dynamite episode too.
And they're doing it on a Saturday, so I have a feeling that's going to probably be a long show. I'll have to talk to my friend just to see if we'll go.
So speaking of more good news for AEW, TV rating from Dynamite is in. They did a 1.319, and they beat Raw in the demo.
They always beat Braun in the demo. Let's just like move away from that. Okay, they're beating them in the 18-49. Okay, the question now is, can they get to almost 2 million viewers?
They were beating NXT in the demo. I believe this is the first or second time they've only beaten Raw in the demo.
I think it was like probably the second time, but I mean, yeah. But like to me, it's just like for me, I'd like more in line of like when they'll get to 2 million viewers, because like I don't think a lot of people have TNT or have cable, so it's impressive to have at least 1.3 million views, for a Wednesday show on cable network. So
it's crazy that you're just having to get into the 2 million mark to compete with what WWE is doing right now. You're so close. Mm-hmm. And like the first 2 years are about establishing yourself, and now in this third year you get all these former WWE stars, and now you can focus on trying to get that real crossover rating and really trying to like, I can't wait to see where we are this time next year. So exciting.
It's gonna happen. Watch. I have a feeling it's gonna happen.
Well, Tony Khan is in talks with bringing back a superstar, that in Leo Rush. If you remember, he debuted as a Joker. I believe it was Double or Nothing, either Revolution or Double or Nothing. He was the Joker in the men's Casino Battle Royal.
Yeah, and he got eliminated way too early.
He had gotten hurt, thought his career was over, asked for his release so he could retire. Tony granted it. Leo Rush retired, had surgery. Turns out the injury wasn't as serious as everybody thought initially. I believe he's been booked for a few indie shows, and now Tony Khan's trying to bring him back.
I mean,
okay, it's interesting that whenever he has like like an injury or a problem, he goes to the retirement phase. Like he always retires. Like
no, the first time wasn't because of the injury though.
No, I know that. It was because like he was released from WWE and he decided to just move on to something else.
Right.
So but that's what I'm saying. Like it's either like an injury or something else. So I'm just like,
dude. Okay, here's what I want. I just came up with this. It's brilliant. So if you want to put all the spooky people together in one faction, right? Like even put Abaddon in there, and that's how you want to bring in Bray Wyatt. You get Bray Wyatt Wyndham Rotunda, and you put him along with the Blackheart character that Leo Rush has, and you put him with Malachi Black and Abaddon, and it's so evil, and they will just eat everyone, and it would be awesome. It won't happen, but it's just an idea that they both have cool dreads. It's possible.
But like they are doing some things. I mean, I think that they would probably do it. You never know. I mean, and like Malik. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So they've discussed doing a faction called the House of Black. So that could be what it is.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see. But I'm happy to see that he wants to come back. Hopefully they'll bring him back, and if you'll have a longer time than just there for like what 2 matches. Oh! You okay there?
We're good.
Fuck that bottle. We don't need that. Get out of here. That's enough.
That's funny.
AEW has announced when Cody Rhodes will return back to action. It'll be in New York City, September 22nd, Arthur Ashe Stadium for Rhodes and Black 2.
Well, they had they had to do something because that was supposed to be Bryan Danielson's debut there.
Mhm.
So that's smart of them to move it there. So I'm just wondering, we'll probably get him. What is it? Today's the So yeah, so probably next week in Dynamite he'll come back to do like a little brawl with Malachi Black to set up for their second time.
And we'll see if Cody Rhodes gets any offense in.
Well, of course. Oh, come on now. It's Cody Rhodes. He's gonna get offense. Come on.
He didn't get it the first match.
Well, because it was establishing Malachi Black. That's the thing. Hello.
Daniel, are you looking forward to this match?
No, I think it's
Oh.
too early. I think it's too early, and I think everyone needs. I like Cody Rhodes a lot. I love,
like Cody Rhodes
I love
too,
his
okay?
character, but I will say that everything that's happened since the what's his name? A go-go food. Almost called him Orego.
No,
Ever since-
this guy.
Anthony Ogogo.
That's that guy. I wasn't a huge. I didn't like that. It wasn't my favorite thing. It wasn't bad. Just wasn't for me. And I think everything with Cody, and since then it builds onto all the other negative things that people want to say to him about him. And I don't begrudge Cody Rhodes for wanting to have his own television show or anything like that, or be that guy for AEW. He's great on that show that he's on. So I don't begrudge him for doing any of that. But I do wish he would stay home for another month.
Agree.
Come
This match
back.
should happen probably at Full Gear in November.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to stay away that long. That's the thing, and
He should.
and also, well, I don't.
Look,
By the way,
I don't agree with. I don't know. Like it's
He is
hard to
what-
say.
he's earned it too. He's been on TV the entire time, all the way through the pandemic. And all this, and he's had one thing after the other because they think that they have to have him on there. I'm just saying, like, he could take some more time.
By the way, for those who don't know, Full Gear has moved from November 5th to November 13th.
Now, okay, so here's my question though. How about they do this though? How about like maybe they're saying that he does return on the 22nd, but he doesn't show up. How do you feel about that?
That'd be great.
Because then he'll be like a broken person, and then somebody has to convince him to come back, and then he's
Or-
just like,
What if he gets attacked backstage?
no, then no, let's not do that yet. I mean, like, it would make more sense if it was like a rivalry that they're both equals. I'm sorry, Malachi Black is a little bit above than Cody Rhodes right now after what he did to him.
I want to
last
see
main
him
event.
get pwned again. Just one more
No.
time.
I have a fear that he wants to win this match so that way they have a rubber match probably at Full Gear.
I would like, yeah, maybe. I mean, I would still like to think that they're going to put more thought into it than Cody Rhodes is just going to come back and go, you don't take my boots away from me, and punch him in the face and then win at Arthur Ashe Stadium. I mean, like, come on. Don't do that. Unless you're going to turn him heel. Unless you're trying to get that heat, because you know people don't want that, and you know what the fans want because you pay attention to AEW. So maybe they are maybe that's the one person they are trying this kind of intentional heat with. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like with some of the promos that they do with the other people that face him, it seems like there's a resentment with him. Like I remember, what was it? Jake the Snake Roberts promo calling him Caesar, trying to like think that he's like the prince of everything. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah, I'm with all of that. If you want to go there and if you want to finally make him heel, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Make him a dick.
All right, so 2 more quick notes before we finish up here. The PWI 500, the annual, ranking of the best wrestlers, is coming out. Next month will be the women's, and then the tag teams. Your boy Kenny Omega, number 1 this year, best in the world.
Well, of course, because he's gone to every single promotion, and he's held like 3 championships, so can't really deny that.
Mm-mm.
First of all, the
because-
answer is always Danhausen. But since people don't see the world the way that they're supposed to, I guess Kenny Omega is an acceptable number one.
Really?
Interesting to note here, there was a mini Twitter feud between Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega about the rankings. Could we see Omega versus Ospreay?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I have to side with Omega. Like, you can't be like sidelined and expect to be number one. Come on, please. I'm sorry, Will Ospreay. I love you to death, but no. You didn't wrestle for a good 4 or 5 months. Then you got a neck injury. Then you got sidelined again. I'm sorry.
It's a work. They're setting up a match.
No, of course. Come on now. And then no, because look, Will Ospreay will probably go to AEW to face Kenny Omega, and then we'll probably have CM Punk poses versus Will Ospreay. It's gonna happen. Watch.
They're such similar characters too. They're like, I'm a really good wrestler, and you know that, but I'm bad now. You know, it's like.
But for me, it's just like Kenny is acting like a dick, but I feel like Will Ospreay is a dick. I mean, like, look, I love Will Ospreay, but he could be a dick. Like even like in outside of his character.
I mean, we all know that deep down Kenny is a sweetheart. Or sorry, Tyson. Tyson is a sweetheart.
Interesting to note, out of the top 10, only 2 AEW wrestlers, 4 WWE, and 4 non-AEW or WWE.
Yeah, I saw that Rich Swann got into the list. He was in the top 10.
Rich Swann
I think. 10. Yeah, that's the first Impact star in a while.
Good for him. That's great.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, come on now. Like, he had an amazing year. Like, when he won the title and stuff, like, he was expected to be retired. And then, he had the feud with Kenny Omega. I wish they would have had a little bit of a longer feud, but they now put him in a tag team. So, but I think it was respectable that they give him, at least be in the top 10 for Impact's sake,
Let's go through that list real quick, shall we?
Yep.
Not all 500, obviously. Leo.
Yeah, the top 10. I know number 2 is Roman.
I got it pulled up right here. So you got Kenny Omega ranked number 1 from AEW. Number 2, Roman Reigns from WWE. Bobby Lashley, number 3. Drew McIntyre, number 4. Kota Ibushi from New Japan, number 5. Jon Moxley at 6, who was your number 1 last year, drops all the way to number 6 this year. Will Ospreay,
that makes sense, though.
Yeah, he didn't wrestle as much this year. Number 7 was Will Ospreay. Number 8, Finn Balor. Number 9, I'm going to mess this name up, Shingo Takagi. And then rounding out the top 10 is Rich Swann.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a few New Japans. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kota Ibushi, come on now. He had that amazing main event where he won both championships.
He won the tournament too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So it's just it's unfortunate that he had COVID, So, he was still wrestling, though. So that was another thing.
The magazine is out on stands now. I'll probably pick it up some point this weekend or the next coming week. They usually explain, last year they had unusual circumstances, so they had to rank it differently.
Well, of course. So, well, because some of the promotions they had to stop due to COVID and other things, so.
I know that 20 match minimum. I think they waived that minimum last year. So.
Yeah, because Rich Swann, I don't think he had that many.
Rich Swann definitely had 20 matches last year.
Yeah.
Rich Swann?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
But here's a couple. God, Karrion Kross, number 16. Look what they've done with him. Number 16. Look what they've done to number 16.
But remember, this is counting from last year, though. And remember, part of that year he was injured.
I'm right there with you. No, I'm saying he deserves to be in the top 20. He's fantastic. I love Karrion Kross, but look at what they've done to him since then.
You're saying right now. Okay, I get it. Okay.
MJF's number 26. He's going to bitch about that. Keith Lee was number 24, and they ruined him. But he got to be double champion, and that was awesome. So,
but COVID as well. I'm just there's a lot of reasons with some of these people. Come on.
Walter was number 28. I could do this for hours. I can't do it right now, but
okay, but Walter, I'm sorry, he only had 4 or 5 matches every 3 months. I'm sorry,
but they were really good.
evaluation period. Evaluation period goes to part of last year as well. It doesn't start from January 1st.
Right.
It starts from whenever their evaluation period ended last year as well, which I
Which-
believe is October.
See, there you go.
Volta.
Yeah, and then you know what? With Rich Vaughn, he did have more than 20 matches. Yeah, you're right. That's
Laredo
our opinion.
Kid, 22. Shout out to Laredo Kid. You made 22. That's huge.
So keep an eye out towards the end of December. Buckabomb will have their own top wrestler rankings out this year. So
There's like so much right now. It's just going to be so hard to decide. Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have to take like a good couple of days just to think about that. We're probably going to be having a lot of arguments this year.
The way I've been doing it, I've got a ranking, like a win-loss kind of system, just I've been keeping track of. So.
Oh no, then a lot of the WWE guys are not going to make it.
Oh.
Moving on.
Low blow.
Moving
I
on.
had to.
Last bit of information. I'm sure this will make Daniel happy. Orlando probably doesn't really care. AEW Games released some new footage. Jungle Boy game footage. Jungle Boy and Darby Allin. Game's looking pretty good.
Why would you say that I wouldn't be like happy about it? I'm happy for it. It looks good.
I mean,
come on.
Do you play console wrestling games?
I mean, I don't have a console, but I mean, I'm happy for everybody else. Like, come on.
And there you are.
That's not the point. That's not the point. Anyways.
So that'll wrap it up for us here today. Don't forget to check us out on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. We are on Amazon Podcast now. Shop our merch at shopbucklebomb.com. Find us on Twitter at BuckleBombENT. Daniel?
You find me DMC Grizzle. Make sure you subscribe to all the good stuff that Bucklebomb says, and make sure you donate to the GoFundMe. We're going to be trying to get Orlando a video game console by the time the AEW game is released. $1 a day goes a long way. So donate to the Orego Gaming Fund.
There you go.
Link
we should open
in the
it as a
description.
Patreon. We'll probably create a Patreon and GoFundMe for that. Let's do that. And
Check out
you can find
OnlyFans to help fund that. Also, don't forget to tweet Daniel random trivia questions. He loves that.
And also try to challenge the champ. He needs another challenger. Come on. Somebody challenge the champ.
I didn't even really win last time. It was just that everyone was so bad at the game that I managed to pull a win out of my ass. You go back and watch the footage. I didn't answer a lot of questions. It's just playing the game. You got to be good at the game.
Any closing comments?
Just go ahead and support all wrestling, please. Like, I'm still going to be an advocate for supporting all wrestling. Like, look, if you love WWE, love WWE. Love AEW, love AEW. You love everything that everybody's doing, love everything, okay? I love everything. It's the best time to be a wrestling fan. And you can follow me at Twitter at Orly1985_BBE. Go ahead and give me a follow. Give me a shout out. Go ahead.
Yes, and of course, our next trivia game, September 18th, time to be determined. This will be Name That Wrestling Theme, to the theme of Name That Tune.
Ooh.
Name That Wrestling Theme.
Okay.
I think I'm going to get a trophy made for this one.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.